Right, Jimmy, we have something important to do. Something we need to sort out before we can even start the show today, okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. Oh, yeah. Right, let's enter the madhouse.
Take it away, creepy voice guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, to those among you who are easily frightened, we suggest you turn away now. To those of you who think they can take it, we say, welcome to the madhouse.
Welcome to the madhouse. I'm Jimmy, and over there, of course, is Joey. How's it going?
I'm alright, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby.
We are doing this episode the Madhouse HQ for the first time rather than Headstone HQ.
Yeah.
A bit strange.
A little bit strange. It's good though.
We'll be alright.
Yeah, we had a little sit around a campfire.
We did. I've literally made a campfire for an upcoming music video we're doing. And yeah, we had a drink checking it out earlier.
It wasn't lit, but you know, you got the feeling. Right, so this episode 4, this was your choice. Do you want to tell us about it?
I do. House of a Thousand Corpses, released in 2003, Rob Zombie's directorial debut.
Yeah, I don't think he was very happy with it though.
No, he wasn't very happy with it. Neither were the critics.
No, it got panned.
It did. Yeah, he didn't like it. Said it was calamitous. He just saw floor after floor after floor. But he did recognise the cult following, which it definitely does have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's been a bit harsh on himself.
I do as well. I think it has mistakes, but
Yeah.
most of them I wouldn't notice if I wasn't looking at the film under a critical eye for this.
First film though, isn't it? I think he's done a cracking job.
Yeah, brilliant. I think so anyway.
But it grossed over £12.5 million in the USA. They spent $7 million on it, so they've done all right.
Yeah, that's
All
pretty
right.
good.
Yeah, and he's done. Well, he's got sequels after this, hasn't he? Devil's Rejects and Three from Hell.
Yep.
So
That's not bad going.
that's right.
Can't have been that bad if he got 2 sequels out of it.
No, he's had other films, and he's done other films. He's done like Halloween remake.
Yep.
That Witches of Salem, Lords of Salem.
Yes.
So yeah, he's doing all right.
And they're all pretty good.
Oh, well, good, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, are we ready to go straight into the plot slot, or do you have any more interesting Jimmy facts?
No, let's do it.
Okay, so me and Jimmy talked after last episode, realised the plot slot was taking up a hell of a lot of time telling you what happened in the film when we're doing it under the assumption you've already seen the film. So we decided that we couldn't fit it into 20 minutes. The reasonable thing to do would be try to fit it into 10.
Of course. Why not make it shorter?
Yeah, because we were going over by about 10 minutes on a 20-minute one, so whatever. But we're going to go like a quick, sharp trip through the story.
And then we're gonna get to the gory details in the up and coming sections.
Yeah, we'll get more depth in the later segments. But for now, I'm going to set a timer to a very restrictive 10 minutes that I don't expect to stick to, but it's nice to have targets.
We'll give it a pop.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, it's going on now. Okay, October the 30th, 1977, and at Captain Spaulding's Museum of Murder and Monsters and Madmen, in fact, 2 killers, Killer Carl and Richard Wick, walk in to try and attempt an armed robbery.
Right pair of Burks trying to take on a clown in grease paint. Oh, I don't know what they're thinking about.
A clown in grease paint in a place named a Museum of Monsters and Madmen.
Ridiculous.
Bit crazy.
Anyway, they get their asses handed to them.
Yeah, they get killed by Captain Spaulding and his assistant. Later on, Jerry Goldsmith, Bill Hudley, Mary Knowles and Denise Willis are on the road in hopes of writing a book on offbeat roadside attractions.
So they come across Spaulding and his little museum. So they go and have a little look in there. And Spaulding tells them about Dr. Satan.
Yeah. And they see a depiction of Dr. Satan on a murder ride.
Yes, they go for a little ride.
They get a little bit excited.
They're writing a book about these weird side of the road attractions, aren't they?
Yeah, and Jerry manages to talk Spaulding into giving him a map of where the tree was.
Yep, draws in a map.
Where
Down
they
the road.
hung Dr. Satan.
Yeah, so they go out all excited, get in a car, driving down the road,
Pissing it down with rain.
absolutely hammering it down. They see a hitchhiker, so what do you do? Of course you do. You pull over and pick up a hitchhiker on a strange road.
In the middle of the backwoods nowhere.
Yeah, pissing down the rain. She
Yeah.
pops in.
Yeah, so she tells them that she can show them where this tree is, because right next to her house. She only lives a few miles down the road. But shortly after, on the way, tyre bursts, which is a trap.
Yeah.
Someone seems to shoot the tyre with something. I don't know what, but it doesn't look like a normal gun.
Oh, it was a shotgun, wasn't it? Rufus.
It didn't
shoots it.
sound very shotty. But yeah, whatever it was, it's fine. They get she takes, which one is it? Bill. She
Yeah,
takes Bill to
Ray
her
Wilson,
house
yep.
and sends out Rufus, her brother, half brother, to pick up the stranded passengers and take them back to the home where they can get the car fixed.
Yeah, so they go inside, they meet Baby's family. Her adopted brother Otis.
Yeah.
And her deformed giant half-brother Tiny.
Yeah.
Mother Firefly.
Yeah.
Grandpa Hugo. And they're like, oh yeah, come on, have a bit of dinner. Of course. Halloween.
Yeah, a weird dinner.
Very weird. Put on these masks. Otis brings the fetus to the table. That's
Yeah.
when alarm bells should be ringing. Because tea ain't going to be nice.
No, the guy's eating dinner with his family, see Mother Firefly kiss a jar with a fetus in it. And then she tells them that her ex-husband Earl is the reason that Tiny has a burnt face. She tried to burn him alive,
Yeah.
along with the house, after he'd suffered some sort of breakdown.
Well, yeah, so if that's not got your appetite going for tea, I don't know what has. Anyway, after dinner,
Yeah, if that doesn't scream weird at you,
get out of the house.
yeah, if that's not enough for you to leave, maybe if I put on a little Halloween show for you in my freaky, weird stage room.
Yeah, so Baby gets up and starts singing and dancing. Do you know what the song is? I can't remember what that song was off the top of my head.
No, I can't. No.
No, I can't.
Ah, shit, that's going to annoy me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's not really that important. But yeah, it was seductive.
Very seductive. Towards Bill a little bit. Bill was liking it.
Yeah, because she sits on Bill's knee.
Yeah.
Starts getting a bit of a grind on. Bill's girlfriend. It is Bill's girlfriend, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, Mary.
Chucked Baby off and threatened her. And then Baby threatens to stab her.
No, she says, I'll cut your tits off and shove them down your throat. That's what she says.
Alright, well,
Fair enough.
yeah.
I don't. Mary still thinks she can take her as well.
She
which
does,
I
yeah.
think that's mental.
I mean, the mother just kissed a fetus, and then they all put on a Halloween show for you.
Yeah.
This girl pulls out a knife literally from nowhere, threatens to cut your tits off, and shove them down her throat in a manner that seems like she's done that somehow before.
Yeah, I know. And Mary still
Don't even
thinks
know how
she's
you
got a
would do that.
chance.
Yeah. Rufus turns up, doesn't he? Car's ready.
Yeah, car's ready to go.
And on their way out, they're trying to get out as quick as they can.
Yeah, but there's a gate, isn't there?
Yeah. So Bill gets out to open the gate.
Yeah. Oh, the scarecrow. Yeah, the scarecrow just pops down from the crucifixes. And it's Otis and Tiny. And they just attack that car and take them away, drag them away.
Yeah. And then Otis stands on the bonnet,
In the rain.
yelling.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool in a way. But the next day, Otis kills Bill and mutilates his body for art, making him Fish Boy.
Fish boy, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mary's tied up somewhere.
In a barn.
Is it? Yeah, it's a barn, is it?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Denise is tied down in what I assume is the basement,
Yes, it's
dressed
cellar, yeah.
up. Is that with Tiny?
Yeah, Tiny comes down. He's wearing a great shirt that just says it just says cheap ass Halloween costume.
Yeah.
And he sits down and he starts eating his cereal.
Eating it, I think he's splashing it against his face. But
Absolutely mental. I mean, that's exactly how I eat when I'm drunk.
yeah.
It's horrible. He lets her go, but then Otis comes down, stops all that nonsense, and we go there. Jerry getting scalped by Baby because he didn't guess who her favourite movie star is.
Yeah, well, what do you expect? Who was it, Jimmy?
It was Betty Davis.
Ah, I
And
was
then-
about to scalp you.
Yeah, well, I do need a haircut. And then it cuts to Grandpa and Otis watching the Munsters, which is I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Little...
I didn't realise I used to watch the Monsters, but I definitely did.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So when her Denise doesn't come home when she's meant to on time with her friends, her father Don calls the police to report her missing. So the two deputies, George Weidel and Steve Nash.
Yeah, Wydell's got a great mustache.
Yeah. They find a car out in the middle of nowhere, pop open the boot, mutilated body in the trunk.
Yeah. So Don, obviously, a former policeman, he's got to come down and be a busybody looking for his daughter. They go for a search. They arrive at the Firefly house.
Yes.
Wydell questions Mother Firefly about the missing teens.
Yep, doesn't go too well.
No.
Mother Firefly kills Wydell, shooting him in the head.
It's in the
Or the
neck,
neck.
actually, right
Yeah, I
in
was
the
gonna
neck,
say it's
right
the
under
neck.
the ear.
And Don and Steve are promptly taken out by Otis.
Well, yeah, because they've just discovered the missing cheerleaders in the barn, haven't they?
Yeah, I love that scene. We'll talk about that later. That's great.
Okay.
But yeah.
Ooh, do you want to go?
No, you go, you go.
All right. So later that night, the rest of the three remaining remaining teenagers got them dressed up as rabbits.
Yeah.
Take them out to an abandoned well.
Yeah.
Mary attempts to do a leg up. Classically, she falls over, does a trip. It's got to have it in every horror film.
Yeah, she also does the classic trope of being in the middle of something like a graveyard, an open field,
Yes.
standing there for ages looking around,
Yeah.
when really you should leg it. Never stop. No,
Yeah.
don't stop to think, oh, where should I go next?
Yeah.
no, yeah,
Anyway, baby's got her, does one on her, stabs her to death.
Yeah, but doesn't cut off her tits. And
No,
her
she
down
doesn't.
throat.
She just stabs her and then licks the blood, doesn't she?
And
off
there's
her
a bit
face.
crazy ranting at her afterwards. Well,
Yeah.
after Mary's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, she carries on ranting. So Jerry and Denise, is those two, isn't it?
Yep,
The
Jerry
name's
and
right.
Denise.
Yeah. They are lowered into this abandoned well, and there's a load of strange men in the water come up, and they smash the coffin apart, drag away Jerry, and Denise climbs out the water onto her side, trying to find a way through this underground kind of maze layer thing of catacombs.
Yeah, the guy pops out. She thinks it's Jerry, but it's not. It's just one of Dr. Satan's failed experiments wearing Jerry's bunny
Yeah,
hat.
yeah.
And poor he just wants to get the matching outfit, I think. He just wants the rest of the
Oh,
bunny
you think he's
costume
just
from
getting
her.
the
Yeah,
collection?
because he's not going mental at her, is he? So
Yeah.
she does it anyway. She does a Lego because she's annoyed by that, I think. Goes
Yeah.
into the that corridor of all of those...
Oh, can't even do 10-minute quick one.
Nah,
Alright.
we're nearly there
We'll
as
see.
well.
Yeah, we're not that far off. Give me a minute. There we go. Okay, yeah, where were we?
Denise...
Corridor of corpses.
Yeah, she legs it down there. She gets through the doors, and then that's when she sees Jerry on the table being vivisected by Dr. Satan.
What does vivisected even mean?
I did not look that up, but he's
It looked
doing
to
something
me
on his brain.
like he was having a lobotomy.
Yes.
And I
looked
just
like
wondered
that.
if they were the similar sort of thing.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah.
It's because it comes out with similar outcomes as a lobotomy as well, as a whole.
Yeah,
Anyway, he dies.
obviously.
And
For now.
Yeah. Dr. Satan tells his assistant to go and get Denise taken down. Now, I read that this was the ex-husband Earl,
Yeah, so...
but I didn't see when I watched it how anyone knew it was his ex-husband Earl.
Because when Mother Firefly is telling them about how Tiny gets burnt, you see Earl as you see Earl in this shot.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've missed that every time I've seen this film then.
Okay,
I
you're
never
gonna have
understood how people knew. But yeah, he chases Denise. Denise legs it down. Is a bit smarter than him.
Yeah. Knocks the what would you call it? A buttress.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the thing holding up a tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah.
That falls down, and Earl is easily crushed. So that's
And
the end of him.
She escapes.
She
climbs
escapes,
up
crawls
through the
through-
rubble, climbs out into the middle of the desert.
Yeah, it's very Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that bit, I think.
Yes.
Out on the road, stumbling
Yeah.
along. Cars coming along. Oh, who was it?
What are the chances?
I know, Spalding, innit?
It is.
Come and have some of my fried chicken.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, we'll get you to a doctor. It's going to be great. Don't worry, little girl. You're fine now. You're with me.
That's it. Go to sleep.
Finally thinks she's safe, exhausted, passes out on a chair.
Boom! Otis pops up at the back with a knife, having it.
And she wakes up back down in the catacombs, Dr. Satan's table, and he is either about to or operating on her.
Yeah.
She screams. Film ends. Plot slot.
Boom. The end?
Yeah, it says the end. Question mark.
Boom.
Spoiler, it's not. So, a quick look at my timer says that was a little over 13 minutes. Quickest we've ever done the plot slot, but not hitting our target.
Still not too shabby though, is it?
No, I'm happy with that. Are we moving on?
Let's do it.
Right, next up is Frights and Delights.
Frights and delights.
So, this is Frights and Delights. What have you got for me?
Well, first up, I've just got a little delight here. The intro with Dr. Wolfenstein, Rob Zombie, has a very short cameo as the assistant who smashes a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just that beginning bit where it's it's on black and white TV that someone's
Yeah.
watching.
Looks great. And then it cuts to Captain Spaulding's advert for his Museum of Monsters and Madmen. And you get your complimentary fried chicken.
Get your fried chicken. He made me not want to eat fried chicken. You want another one off me, or you go next?
Well, yeah. Well, let's go straight into it. Where when Killer Carl and the other guy, they come in and try and rob Captain Spaulding like a pair of mugs. And Killer Carl's like, right, I'm gonna count to 10. You're gonna hand over all the cash, or I'm gonna splatter your grease paint mug across the state line. 1. Captain Spaulding's like, fuck your mama.
Yep.
2. Fuck your sister. 3. Fuck your grandma.
And most of all, fuck you. Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah.
And then, beginning music.
Yeah. Got
Brilliant
blood
intro.
all over my best clown suit.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, that's a brilliant, such a good intro.
I like them on the murder ride as well, when they take them through and you get to see Albert Fish, Ed Gein, Dr. Satan, that weird
Yes.
zombie banging its head against the...
The grill, the fence.
Yeah.
I would go on that ride.
I
Not
would as
after,
well.
if I knew who they were, but obviously.
Yeah, I'd have a go on that, yeah.
Right, I got a fright slash delight if you're up for it.
Yeah, go on then.
The movie was made in 2001, but the studio was worried about getting an NC-17 rating, which I have checked means no children under 17.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Because I was confused, I had no idea, yeah. So they were holding off release. Rod Zombie managed in the end to secure the rights and managed to get it released in 2003, 2 years after it was shot, finally being released under an R rating, which just means restricted, which means you can go and see it under 17 with an adult. And the scenes that were cut to lower the rating have never been released.
Yeah, I heard that he had to shoot... Essentially, he had to shoot 2 movies at once. So there was the bits that he did, he had to do it with blood, and he did it without blood.
Okay.
For the studio, yeah.
Yeah, I heard like a similar, not for that reason, but in a similar way, the ones where he filmed some in some kind of like an effect on.
Yeah.
He shot them 2 different ways, shot them
Yeah.
twice, so he could
Okay.
splice them together.
Yeah.
Cool. That's another delight. Just added on to the end of that one.
Well, yeah. Do you know what? I like Otis when he's dressed up as a cheerleader, torturing the other cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I think that's the bit.
Yeah.
Otis he's a proper weird character as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of the cutaway. Was that a cutaway scene?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
All of them are just they're done so well.
Yeah. So near the start, you find out there's 4 missing cheerleaders, and then it turns out, obviously, the Firefly family have them.
Yep.
Otis is having a rant at them.
Yeah, Otis has a good time messing around with people.
Yeah, so does Baby, I think, as well. She likes a bit of that.
Yeah, definitely. Baby is in my next delight if you want me to
Yeah, go on
segue
then.
into that nicely.
Yeah, go on. That's a beautiful segue.
She foreshadows her killing Mary when she threatens her with a knife after the Halloween show.
Yeah,
And it's the same knife she kills her with later on.
lovely.
Obviously, with established, she doesn't actually threaten to stab, but threaten to cut her tits off and shove them down her throat.
That's that's
So
the
her
line.
foreshadowing skills are not 100% on, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah. I think another little delight for me is it's just tiny.
It's an hour and a half.
Well, yeah, I think he's a great character in it. Looks
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
7'6". It's the world's. Well, he was the world's tallest actor,
Shit, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
and he had the world's biggest feet and the world's biggest toe.
Oh, I wonder where you were going with that one then, Jimmy.
It's a big man.
What's the biggest? How big was his toe?
Big.
Ah, wow.
Can you guess what his nickname was?
Tiny? Big
No.
toe?
No, his actual nickname in real life. Can you guess what it was? Gotta have a punt at it.
Okay.
So obvious. You're gonna kick yourself.
Big boy.
Oh, close. It was Bigfoot.
Okay. That's
Anyway.
cleverer than mine.
Yeah. Anyway, he sadly died.
Oh.
Shit. Sorry.
Don't laugh.
I know. Sorry.
When did he die?
Not long after Devil's Rejects, I think.
I didn't know much about him, and part of my question about him later was how the hell did they make him look so tall? Just
It was
genetics.
Yeah, he was just tall. Just a
Okay.
big man. Frights. I'm thinking. I mean, there's loads in it. You've obviously watched it, so take your pick. Fish Boy is one of mine. I like that. I think that's a delight.
Oh yeah, but I was going to say, is that a fright or a delight?
That's a delight. Whilst
in real life, there's a fright. In a
yeah.
film, it's a delight.
Yeah.
That was really well done. As horrific as it is, it's a brilliant piece of art.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're right. And I tell you what is an actual delight as well. There's the bit where is it Mary or Denise who's ringing her dad in the payphone at Spalding's.
Oh yeah.
And in the background, there's a poster. And it's missing dog head.
Yes.
Did you spot that? So it's actually a real poster that was seen in a New York telephone box.
Really?
Yeah. So I've got a picture up here on my.
That is very weird.
Peter.
What, do they just steal it?
No, I read it out. Missing dog head. And then it says, "You finding Ling Ling's head? Someone come into yard, kill dog, cut off head of dog. Ling Ling, very good dog. Very much want head return. Reward, call 871-7421.
Holy shit. What? It literally says those words word for word.
So someone saw that in a New York telephone box.
Where did the accent come from?
Well, I'm assuming it's some sort of Chinese.
Yeah. Ling Ling's a very Chinese name.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's nice.
No, I didn't know that was real, but that is very freaky to find that. I like touches like that in the film.
Yeah.
Find something real in real life and jam it in there. I've got a fright.
Go on.
And it's about Dennis Fimple. You probably know where I'm going.
Yeah.
He unfortunately died before release of the film. Dennis Fimple previously been in shows like Knight Rider, Quantum Leap, ER, and was in a 1976 horror film called Creatures from the Black Lake.
Yeah.
Becoming more and more ill during shooting, he had some heart issues. The scenes he sat down were because of health reasons.
Yeah, he was supposed to gonna be Dr. Satan in the end, wasn't he? But
He was.
They changed
yeah,
that.
It didn't turn out that way.
nah.
He eventually died, but actually in a car crash.
Oh.
So nothing to do with his health reasons, apparently. And that was in 2002. Obviously, we've already said the film was made in 2001. Not released until 2003, until Zombie acquired the rights. So Dennis Fimple wasn't alive when it was released. Which
That's a bit of a shitter, isn't it?
it is a bit shit. After, I mean, he had a good career,
Oh, well, yeah, of course he did.
but yeah, that last film.
Well done, boy.
Yep.
Good innings. Right, I've got a real fright for you.
All right, go on then.
So I think it's America's first serial killer family.
Oh yeah, I like this.
The Bloody Benders, they were called. That was their nickname.
Nice.
Benders obviously means something different in
It
England.
definitely does, I'm guessing.
So, the Benders, they settled in Kansas in the early 1870s. The family consisted of John Bender, wife Elvira, son John Jr. and daughter Kate. Though the main Bender business was running a small store and inn for travellers, Kate was also renowned for performing seances that showed off her psychic abilities. Bullshit! Between the hotel's convenient location, just off the Osage Trail, and Kate's mysterious allure, there were no shortage of strangers that happened to pass by. Right, follow him?
Yeah, mysterious allure, strangers. I get what's going on.
Yeah, but all was not what it seemed in this windswept corner of southern eastern Kansas. Though the Benders lived together in a family-like configuration of husband and wife and young adult son and daughter, the historians suspect that not only were they not actually related, that John Jr. and Kate were actually married.
Alright, okay.
So, many people who happened to pass through this county never made it to their final destination, including a well-known local doctor, William York. After community meeting attended by both male Benders, resulted in a search party's formation.
To the bait.
It was soon noted that the Bender homestead appeared recently abandoned. Right, the Benders were gone, but they left a load of evidence behind revealing what had gone on at their farm.
Alright, what
Right.
had gone on at their farm?
So, near the table where guests were served was a trapdoor, and the foul-smelling hole beneath the door was clotted with blood. The ground in the orchard near the house had been carefully ploughed, but one small section was noticeably indented. The ground was dug up, revealing the decomposed body of Dr. York. His skull had been crushed and his throat had been cut. Before nightfall, 7 bodies were extracted and another was found the next day. Right.
Wow.
So guests at the inn were urged to sit in place of honour, which was against a curtain dividing the house's rooms. While dining, the guests of honour would be hit in the head with a hammer from behind the curtain, throat slit, body dumped in a trapdoor. One man heard the story, remembered when he was actually at the inn, sat in the spot, and then he was like, "Nah, mate, I got a chip. This is weird." So, I think they
Shit.
killed like a fuckload of people. Nobody knows the motive. Could have been robbery. Could have been the thrill of it. Don't know. But that's very much like the Firefly family.
Mental and insane.
Yeah, crackers.
You know, I started researching to see any real life serial killers. I saw the Benders. I had a look at the page, and I thought, no, Jimmy's gonna find this, and I don't want to know until he tells me. I don't want to step on his toes because I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Well, there we
But
go.
that was yeah. I've started looking forward to these little things, Jimmy, with the real life
Good. Bright
mirroring
lights.
art, or art mirroring real life.
Who knows?
I don't know. So is that Frights and Delights for the day?
Done.
I think so. Next up, we've got Master of the Macabre.
Master of the Macabre.
Welcome to the Master of the Macabre, the part of the show where we decide who deserves the award and the hypothetical medal we send through the mail for
Yeah.
best performance in whatever film we are talking about that show, which today is obviously House of a Thousand Corpses. Jimmy, I'm going to ask you who you've got, either 1, 2 people, who they are.
Well, do you know what? I'm going to put up 3
All right, okay.
straight off the bat. 3 I'm going to put forward. I'm going to say my first choice would be Sid Haig.
I'm saying Haig.
that how you say it?
I've been thinking.
I would say that.
I've only ever seen it written down.
I think he's fantastic in this film. He's
Yep.
fantastic in Devil's Rejects.
Yep.
He was big back in the day with the blaxploitation films. He's really good. I think he's creepy. He's got it. They were going to cast him as Marcellus Wallace in Pulp Fiction.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
but
that would
he
have been
lost-
quite good.
Yeah, he would have fucking smashed it.
Yeah,
But I
he would
think,
have done that well.
We all know Ving Rhames killed it as well.
Yeah, I was going
Uh,
to say, I can't imagine it being anyone else now.
Grease painted up, always in the grease paint. He looks dirty, he has horrible teeth. You know, he's a character, he's funny, he's got great lines throughout the whole thing. He's a killer, we all know he's a killer.
Yep.
Right, second up, I got Bill Moseley, Otis.
Yep.
Fuck, well, I mean, what can you say? Absolutely spot on acting.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Great lines.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your third?
my third, Matthew McGorry,
Okay.
who was
Yes,
Tiny.
Yeah.
I just thought it mentioned Tiny again.
I do love Tiny. Well, love's a strong word.
Yeah.
He's very good in this. Do you want to? Shall I tell you my choices?
Yeah, go on.
I have two choices: Sid Haig.
Yeah.
And Bill Moseley.
Yeah.
Sid Haig, because he pulls off the character flawlessly,
Yes.
and I think everyone knows a less extreme version of Captain Spaulding that he like embodies really well, but to an extreme version. The type of person that has a way of seeming trustworthy, but will also fuck with you.
Yeah.
And then laugh at you for being annoyed that he's fucking with you, pulls it back, and then always does the dirty on you. But even though he always does that, he will still probably find a way to talk you around.
Yeah.
But my favourite one is Bill Moseley.
Yes.
I'm putting as my nomination Bill Moseley. I wanted to mention Sid Haig. Everybody, if there's an iconic character people go away with at the end of this film, it seems to be Captain Spaulding.
It's Captain Spaulding, isn't it?
But I don't think Otis gets enough love.
Not in this film, I don't think.
Yeah, for this film. He's so iconic. He's genuinely freaky as that southern crazy type man. The best version of the crazy redneck I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He took it to the next level. I just don't think he gets enough credit for what he does in this role.
Bill Moseley or Sid Haig?
Bill Moseley for this film.
Oh, right, yeah.
He has the most quotable lines.
Go on, what's your favourite line from him?
Are you ready for a bad impression?
Yes. Always.
I mean, some of these lines wouldn't be anywhere near as memorable if he hadn't delivered them so fucking well.
Yeah.
But the line, "Boy, I bet you'd stick your head in a fire if I told you could see hell. Meanwhile, you got a demon sticking out your ass saying, holy Miss Moley, got me a live one." You don't get lines like that every day.
You don't. I think my favourite line from him is, it's all... I ain't going to do the voice. It's all true. The boogeyman is real. And you found him. I think that's one of my favourites.
That's a brilliant camera shot as well, because he's looking directly in the camera.
Yeah, and he looks fucking freaky.
I like his, hunting humans ain't nothing. They are run like scared little rabbits. And then he goes off on his very loud, run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, which I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it as well as him, and it'd just be embarrassing. But, yeah, he's my man.
Yeah.
For the Master of the Macabre. I did consider, I can't remember her name, the actress, Denise. She, in the first half of the film, same level as everyone else.
Yeah.
Catacombs, upper level, brilliant.
Yeah.
But Otis was all the way through.
Erin Daniels, her name was.
Yeah, I wanted my first Mistress of the Macabre today, but I couldn't take it away from Otis.
Sherry Moon Zombie was up there, played Baby, but this was her first film.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I mean, I thought she was alright, but I found some of her acting a bit annoying.
But it's her first Popeye, wasn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't do better.
No, I couldn't either. Fair play to her. Well done.
Right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Who are we going for?
Wow, it's got to be Bill Moseley, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otis.
Got me a live one. Next up, we are going straight into the Madhouse rating system.
Boom.
The Madhouse rating system.
So here we go. It's the Madhouse rating system. Sorry. Right, our first one is...
It's like creepy voice guys in the room.
Yeah, I know, it's mental. Who is this? It's like... first up, it's the tension suspense.
Well, straight away, a blast in with a bit of tension and suspense in the form of a point-of-view camera shot, legging it up into the gas station to rob Captain Spaulding.
Yeah.
And that whole scene is a little bit tense.
Yeah, who's gonna get shot? Is it gonna be these dickheads robbing it, or is it gonna be Spaulding? We know it ain't gonna be Spaulding.
No, it's never going to be Spaulding.
Never gonna be.
Another bit of a nice little bit I had was the chase off the property where the crucified scarecrows start moving and attacking.
Yeah.
Specifically the music in that part, which I think is called The Attack of the Scarecrows.
Okay. Yeah.
Written by Rod Zombie.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the little cutaway, and it's Denise running. She's running away through a field, and it's all in that weird camera shot. And she gets to the grave. It's Dr. Satan's grave, and then it pops out. That gave me a little fright for a minute.
Yeah, I like that bit. It was very good. My favourite bit, in terms of tension and suspense, that seems to last longer every time I watch it, is Otis executing... I've forgotten his name. The deputy.
Yeah, deputy.
Hand behind his head.
Yeah.
He goes down on his knees, and the camera pans out
Yeah.
slowly. It seems like such a long time before the trigger's pulled, and every time I watch it, I think, it's got to be now. It's got to be now. It's got to be now.
Yeah.
And it might not even be that long. It just feels like it because it's so well done.
Well, I'll tell you exactly how long it is.
Have you time?
It's 26 seconds.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It does feel like a
26
minute
seconds.
or two.
While the song "I Remember You" by Slim Whitman is playing.
It's originally Doris Day, I think.
Oh, was it really?
This version sang by Slim Whitman, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, I like that whole scene is brilliant actually. When they open up the barn,
Yeah.
that song starts playing.
Yeah.
There's the slow-mo camera,
Yeah, I think that's great.
bit of action going on. Yeah, I have here the graveyard chase where Otis is doing the run rabbit, run rabbit.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
From a cutaway scene, obviously, into Denny's legging it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all builds up towards the end, doesn't it? I think the whole film is
Steps up
yeah
all the way along the film.
yeah until
to the
there's one
reveal.
left. Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's one left, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it builds from the very beginning, the very first scene,
Yeah.
to the end of the film, up until the reveal of Dr. Satan
Yeah.
and Earl.
Yeah.
One of them has a much cooler name than the other one.
Yeah, I know. Earl's a bit shit, isn't it?
Yeah, but it builds up to that chase.
Dr. Satan and Earl.
Can I have a nickname now, Dr. Satan? No. Yeah, my the last note I have for tension and suspense is use of camera work and music in like conjunction with each other, which I think's kind of depicted well. Or the best example I can think of is in the Catacombs.
Yes.
She's running down these hallways. The music is building. It's hard to describe music.
I think it's kind of like a horror video game when you're running through through that thing. It's kind of like The Evil Within, that kind of style.
Yeah, there's quick shot changes.
Scary.
Which usually annoy me, quick shot changes, because it's usually in action and you can't tell what's going on. But when it's
Yeah.
used like this, it's a bit of disorientation,
Yeah.
bit of chucking you here, chucking you there, and the chase cam as well, used very well there, I think. Are you giving it a point? I nearly forgot what the point was.
Well, I'm
What
gonna
we're
give
doing.
it a star. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 1 star point. Yeah.
Right, star. Boom.
Yeah, 1 star out of 1.
Gore. Visual effects.
2 stars out of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it first before we make our mind up. So
Okay.
I suppose.
Yeah.
You want my first point?
Yeah. Go on.
There's a negative film type effect that's used
Yes.
throughout, and it's not really a negative film effect, but that's the only way I can describe it. It's more red than that, but
Yeah. When Otis and Baby are doing their bizarre rants,
yeah,
it's home movie style.
yeah,
It was they were inspired by Charles Manson's
yeah.
the Manson family home
Yeah.
videos. Yeah.
That's the ones I mean. That's the ones I mean.
Yeah.
Those be the ones. But there's one, they use them in those cutscenes, like you said, with
Yeah.
the handheld camera. And then it's used when the deputies are turning up at the Firefly household. And it's like, you're going out of your world now.
Yes.
You're coming into this world. And the car kind of is approaching the camera with this effect on it. And then the effect fades away. And then it's, you're in the family's world now.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, I'm gonna chuck a couple of points at you.
Okay.
I think when Baby's scalping Jerry, I think that's quite good. It's only very brief.
Yep.
But you see, I think that's quite good. I don't want to be
Yep.
scalped.
No, it doesn't
Like
look
Jerry did either.
fun. I liked that because the camera angle was set up really well.
Yes.
You could-
Probably because it would have been shit if it wasn't.
You make a very good point.
Thanks.
Yeah, if from behind his head,
Yeah.
looking over the scalp's being ripped off, but so you're looking directly at baby's
Yeah.
crazy face.
Yeah.
She's gleefully taking it.
Yeah. Gleefully taking it. Fish boy looked great as well as a visual effect.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that was well done. I think they could have done it. What's the word? Like, it could have been done so much cheaper.
Yeah.
But they've obviously made some effort for that fish boy to look how fish boy looked.
Yeah, I think it looked great.
It was like a gradual change from boy to fish, rather than to just cut one in half and glue them together. Do you know what I mean?
He was obviously very talented, Otis, at taxidermy.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
I suppose it is actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sewing dead shit together.
Yeah, it's actually a good point in the film as well, where it takes you a step further into the crazy world of the Firefly Flammy.
Oh, Jonathan
Family.
Ross.
It's so that yeah, like we said earlier, the tension's always building. It's always up in the game, always up in the gore in this film, and that's the first big step up to. You thought it was just a bit of murder.
Yeah.
No, we're fucking shit up here.
Nah, but now you realise we're fucking crackers. And Otis as well, when he skins.
Yeah.
Is it Denise's dad or Mary's dad?
What's
Denise's
his
dad.
Denise's, but I can't remember his name. I keep forgetting. Is it Don?
Don. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Don. Yeah, he skins him up, and his skull's just there with no face on it. It's all like. Bleh.
Yeah, that is a brilliant gore
I like
effect.
that.
Yeah. That looks very real. Well, I assume that looks very real. I've never seen a skinned person, but I imagine that's pretty close.
Yeah.
So it's obviously a very good effect.
Yeah, it looked good. He's old Private Ryan as well.
Yes.
Don.
Yeah. Something about his costume.
Yeah,
I
he's
read something about
wearing
his costume.
he's wearing basically the same thing that he wore when he was old Private Ryan.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. It's a nice little touch.
It's a weird thing to do.
Yeah, it is. But
Exact same costume.
yeah. Right. What you saying? I'm giving it a star.
I'm giving it a star, yeah,
because there's loads more things that we've missed. So there we go. Let's
Or
move
you
on.
could email us with the things you think we've missed at the madhouspodcast@outlook.com.
There you go. Do that. Right. Next up, performance.
Yep. Well, it won 2 awards.
Did it?
It did at the Fangoria Chainsaw Award in 2004.
Nice.
Best Supporting Actor went to Sid Haig for Captain Spaulding, and Best Supporting Actress went to Karen Black for Mother Firefly.
She does not continue her role in the follow-up, Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, money.
Mo
I've heard.
money, mo problems.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
Well, yeah. So they got in Leslie Easterbrook.
Yep.
Who I think was pretty good in Devil's Rejects as well.
Yeah, I didn't rate Karen Black that highly.
Oh, she got a cracky set of tits, though.
That's not acting though. They're real. Well,
Well, they did alright to stay up because she's quite old.
is she? Well, you know,
There you go.
I still didn't rate her performance.
Oh, it was alright. She's meant to be a bit kooky, a bit crazy.
Oh, I know. I think maybe it was the character that annoyed me.
Yeah, but, yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Each their own.
Either way, she wasn't in the Master of the Macabre anyway.
Nah. She was in a lot of films with Sid Haig, I think, as well. Back in the day.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Couldn't tell you them. I didn't go that deep into it.
No,
But
Sid Haig did a few horror films.
yeah, he did. Yeah,
Found
he
them.
did. Yeah. I'm sure we'll watch some of them.
I've got for performance. I got the cutscenes that Zombie shot.
Yeah.
They're great. Showcases the characters very well. I don't know if they were an afterthought because he shot them in his basement after filming had finished.
Yeah, he just invited them around, didn't he?
Yeah, so I don't know if that was the plan all along or if he thought this film needs something else. I don't know. But in those moments, you see like the darkest parts of these characters' psyche. Otis torturing girls, talking about hunting humans, Baby having sex with a skeleton or masturbating with a skeleton, whatever it is she's getting on with there.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with killing people if they need killing.
Yeah.
Those shots add a lot, you know? And the performance in them, I think, is some of the best through the whole thing, especially Otis. Yelling at the camera.
I've just got Otis equals great.
Yep.
But and it was Sherry Moon's debut film as well. I think she did an all right job. But as we said earlier as well, it was Dennis Fimple's last role.
Yeah.
So that was his last role, Sherry Moon's first role. I think that's quite nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
she
was good
obviously-
as well.
Yeah,
Dennis Fimple was,
yeah, he was very
really good.
She's not obviously not taking on any of his acting skills when he passed up, but never mind. Rainn Wilson also. I thought he was cracking. Could have been in it longer.
Yeah.
I love him, man. He's great in The Rocker, The Office. Brilliant. Dwight K. Schrute.
Yeah. I got, I wrote down 3 standouts here, which was Bill Moseley, Sid Haig, and Erin Daniels, who played Denise. Because at the end, she picked it up.
Picked it up.
Everyone else was dead.
Yeah.
She took the mantle.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, I'm giving it a star for performance.
Yes, give it stardom.
I think there's a couple of people in there.
But a bit shit.
Yeah, they're a bit shit.
That's what you expect, though.
People who were brilliant. And the film was brilliant because of it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been an amazing film if the actors weren't amazing.
True. Right. Musical score. Sound effects.
Alright, well, most of the soundtrack written and recorded by Rod Zombie.
Rod. Did you say Rod?
What did I say?
I think you said Rod.
Oh, okay.
Rob.
Oh, I've got a typo on my page. Rob Zombie. Rod Zombie's his brother. He didn't really get up too much.
Yeah, you got a song by the Ramones as well, ain't you?
So I'm still laughing at Rod Zombie. Yes. Ramones,
Ramones in
when...
there.
Yeah, Baby's Teasing the Cheerleaders is when Ramones is on.
Yeah, I want to sniff some glue. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some other artists who are in it. Buck Owens, Lionel Richie, apparently. But
yeah, Brickhouse.
Alright.
Brickhouse.
Brick House.
Yeah, and then they do Rod Zombie does a cover of Brickhouse with actual Lionel Richie as well.
Right, okay.
So check that out.
Cool. Atmospheric score throughout, which was just obviously part of the main soundtrack. That was the theme that went throughout. It gives a great sense of disorientation when it's needed. Creates unsettling, disturbing tones, and is also implemented at the right times, which is quite important.
Obviously, and then you've got when they're being lowered into the well in their casket, and it's the tape recorder being lowered down. It's a slowed down clip of Alistair Crowley repeating "Bury me in a nameless grave,"
I didn't know that.
which is an opening line from his poem "The Poet," which was recorded in 1920.
Wow.
So they just play that slow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Alistair Crowley stuff in it. Like there's some pictures behind Captain Spaulding in his shop.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go. Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that a poem written in the 1920s would find its way into a 2001 film? I'm guessing not Crowley.
Well, probably not.
I do have the barn scene down, which we've already talked about, when it reveals all the cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm.
The song being played is called I Remember You.
Yeah.
Sang by Slim Whitman. When I was thinking about this, it was one of those times where I was like, this is a strange choice. If
Okay.
you'd have shown me this scene and said, what song should we put in here?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone with that.
No.
But it's awesome. It turns out to be a brilliant choice,
Oh yeah, smashing.
which is why I'm not in the film industry. And Rob Zombie, who probably asked his brother Rod for some advice on what song to use. That's why they're in the industry and I'm not, because this worked amazingly. Like in conjunction with the slow-mo shots, everything just comes together to create an amazing scene, brilliant atmosphere, culminating in the execution of Deputy Man, I can't remember his name, in that 26-second
26 seconds. Yeah.
zoom out and then a blast through the head.
Beautiful.
It's probably, in terms of... no, it's not. I was going to say, in terms of musical score, the music being used is probably my favourite bit. In fact, yeah, I'm going to go with that. It's my favourite bit. But Rob Zombie's soundtrack for this film is better.
Yeah.
But this part of the film is my favourite use of music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I want to give it a star for that as well,
Bang star.
which is 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4.
The critics who originally gave this a review are probably not very happy with us right now.
Well, they're f***ing mental, weren't they?
Well,
Don't know what
wrong.
Don't know what they were watching.
Definitely wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's got a massive cult following. So,
Yeah, there are mistakes
Fuck 'em. Yeah, of course. But
in
that's
this
what
film.
makes it beautiful.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. So, moving on.
Overall experience.
I have got it's good. Not the best made film in the world in terms of some of the mistakes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's great vision, great music and acting. Some of the choices were bang on. Some bits. I mean, I think there's some bits I haven't mentioned that I did write down, which is why I'm saying there was like little mistakes where Mother Firefly shot the guy in the neck,
Yeah.
but there's no
Why
bullet,
now?
there's no bullet hole. There's
Yeah,
literally
there
right
is.
there.
You've got there's a little one
On the
behind.
other side.
Not on the other side because you can't see his head.
I saw the splatter on the other side, and
Got it.
here I just didn't see anything.
It's right behind his ear. You got to look for it. You got to pause it. It's
Okay.
right behind his ear. Have a pause next time.
All right. I'll pause every frame next time.
Jonathan Ross.
And then
Frame.
I'm right on the impressions today.
All right. Let's offend people with speech impediments today. Flame.
I wonder who we're going to offend next week.
Fuck knows.
I don't think
Anyone's fair game.
One group every week.
Yeah. I haven't offended anyone this time. I don't think.
Are you giving it one?
Am I giving it
I'm
one?
leaving it one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one, and I'll tell you. Well, yeah, it was a great film. I enjoyed watching it. I'm gonna watch it again, obviously. But the line I'm gonna take from this film was said by the bearded cop. I don't know if you remember when he meets Wydell and the other guy just before they pick the car out of the abandoned car out of the field.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but I can't remember what he says.
Okay. He says this, and I'm taking this into everyday life. I will be telling people this. He says, "Don't just stand there like some prize dog, Dick."
Nice. Oh, there was a line. Listeners won't know this, but if you tell Jimmy a little bit of a story that doesn't really go anywhere, he'll say, "Cool story, bro." And there's a bit where Baby goes into that sexy liquor type shop where they buy a load of holy water.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
telling them how
red hot pussy liquor.
Liquor. Yeah, red hot pussy liquor.
Yeah, goober. Red hot pussy
and he's
liquors.
telling the story about how his badge got changed to Goober, and she goes, "Nice story, Goober." And I thought, that's just what Jimmy does. So
Yeah,
that's going to be my version of Cool Story, bro. It's going to be nice story, Goober.
Yeah, I like to get fucked up and shit.
He should have been master of the macabre.
Yeah, goober. Well done.
Yeah.
Fair play,
Anyway,
boy.
I'm not giving it one, but I'm not taking it away. Because that gives it a 6 out of 5 rating, and I think that just has to be safe for the best of the best of the best of the best.
Yeah. What are we saying then?
It was 5 out of 5.
Boom. 5 out of 5. Well done.
That is pretty damn good. What are we going to next, man? Oh, yeah. Listener mail.
Listener mail.
To Jimmy and Joey. Well done on starting a podcast. I have downloaded the 2 available episodes, and as far as first episodes go, they're not that bad. Jimmy has a good vocal delivery, and Joey is also there. Your film choices have been interesting so far. I look forward to you choosing some more deep cuts in the future. Thanks for trying to give us horror fans something to listen to. Now that is an example of an email I could have been reading out tonight had someone sent us one.
Okay.
At the madhousepodcast@outlook.com.
That was very nice. Yeah.
That was
Could have been nice.
nice little bit of role play there for you, just to say that's how I'll be reading them out.
Oh, yeah, that was nice.
It was a little bit passive aggressive, but I can be a bastard.
Now, I'm pretty sure that you got another one, didn't you?
Another email?
Yeah, I'm sure you got an email.
I did. I got 2 actually. Do you want me to read them?
Yeah, if you've got them up.
They're from people we know, so I didn't count them, but
Yeah, there's one in particular that I'm thinking of that's got something to do with our last episode, I think.
yeah. Hang on, I'm getting it. I wasn't going to do it because I wasn't counting them as emails because they're from people we know.
No, that was a serious fan mail.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
After listening to the episode, they felt that they needed to pass it on.
Right, okay. So I did get 2 from friends. I'll read them out. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm not classing them as our first fan mail, though.
Nah, we're just throwing them a bone.
This
They're
one
throwing
is...
us a bone.
Hey, loving the podcast so far, but please don't reveal my age again. Love, Nat. That was because of the I feel myself rotting.
Yes, from Return of the Living Dead. Yeah.
You said it was a meme.
Yes, and I said that she was 30. But I got that wrong.
Did you?
Yeah, she's actually 36.
Yeah, I was going to say when you said that the other day, I was like, well, that's an old meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
there you go. So yeah.
Do you want to hear my reply?
Yeah.
Damn it, Nat, you have no idea how excited I got thinking I had a listener mail. Do you want to hear the other one then? I may as well go for this. Dearest Joey and Jimmy. And I wasn't going to read this one out because we have to think about it. What, in your opinion, classes a film as a horror film? This is a good email, actually.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it just if the film dubs itself as a horror film, or are there particular criteria that you deem essential for it to be classed as a horror film that you will partake in? He puts in brackets, for examples, nudity. Hang on. Best wishes. You ready for this? Sir Barnaby Muff Chuggingsworth, Mayor of Little Pissington on the Wold.
Yeah, I hear it's nice round there.
Yeah, have you ever been to Pissington on the Wold?
No, I hear it's good.
I do like it. That's from Andy, anyway.
Oh.
I don't know if he knew that I'd know it's from him, but Mr. Andy P is the signature at the bottom of his email. So, yeah. So what does? Seeing as we've read the email, let's answer the question.
Christ, that's right on the spot, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I read this and I thought, oh, how would I answer that? But there's so many different things. It's not necessarily gore because you get ghost films. It's not necessarily psychological because you get slashers.
Yeah, it should be something not everyday life. Do you know what I mean? Something out of the ordinary that
an uneasy.
Yeah, that
makes you well. The simplest thing is it should scare you.
Yeah, you got to be scared. There's got to be a jump. You know, it could be straight up just being killed.
Yeah, something that uses techniques within film to make you feel uneasy, scared, on edge.
Put you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have, also, I mean, I would class something like Alien as a horror film.
Yeah, sci-fi, yeah.
So you have sci-fi horror, you can have thrillers that are horror.
Yeah.
Every genre could have its own little horror subgenre.
Yeah, I think it's
almost.
It's an extreme of I don't know how you'd say it. I'm not prepared for this question, but it's like, yeah, I'm not prepared for this question.
The simple way I'll put it is it has to make you feel scared.
Yeah, you want to be scared, I think, yeah.
But then...
Scared, uneasy.
Yeah, that means that the Return of the Living Dead, it didn't scare me. It's a horror film.
Yeah.
Maybe we should come back to this.
I think we should come back to
That's
this.
an in-depth question.
Yeah, you
Mr.
threw that on us and we're not prepared.
Muffy McFadgeworth. Yeah. What was it? Muffy Wadgehead? Mr. Knobjockles?
Wadge.
Barnaby McChuffingsworth. How long did you spend coming up with that name, Andy? Too long. Anyway, yeah, I might do that as a little segment on the end of the next episode.
Yeah.
Because we weren't ready for that email. I literally received that today. So...
shit, yeah.
So send us any other emails you want us to answer. That was a brilliant example from Fadgehead.
Fadge.
Just getting that in there. If you have anything along those lines or anything you want to ask us, email us at themadhousepodcast@outlook.com. We will happily answer any we can. And apparently, as we just showed, try to answer any we can't.
But yeah, we'll prep that one because that one was right off the cuff.
Yeah, we'll have a...
Maybe we'll have a look at it before we go on air.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
I had a look about an hour before we went on air and then thought, well, I've got this little fake email I'm going to read out. So
Yeah,
that'll do.
You threw that on me. Maybe look like a right tit.
You made me read them out. I wasn't going to... I literally put on the social media posts First email we receive is getting read out. This does not count as
Yeah, I
class,
saw
family,
that.
and
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
But anyway, screw it. We'll answer family and friends ones then as well. We may as well fill the gap.
Yeah, might as well.
But I've got
They
so
don't
many
know.
fake skit ideas for the next few. I wasn't going to receive it. Anyway, yeah, send us emails, please. We'll read them out. We will discuss them. We'll shout out to you.
Yep.
Not that means anything when we've got like 4 listeners.
Nah.
4 people will hear your name.
Good.
We've had downloads in the US.
Wow, that's all right.
It's not bad.
Hello, USA.
It's time for your choice.
Okay, so I'm excited.
I'm shitting myself.
Why?
Well, I've only had 1 attempt at this, but it was a fail, so that's 0%. You've had 2 and gotten both.
Okay. Well, I think you might. I think you
I
might
know
get
I'm
it.
terrible at this kind of thing. Descriptions. You could be describing my own children to me, and I'd get it wrong.
Okay. Right, here we go. A millionaire offers £10,000 to 5 people who agree to be locked in a large, spooky rented
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah,
Yes. I got one. Do you want
Yeah.
to finish the description, by the way? Sorry, I got excited then.
To be locked in a large, spooky rented house overnight with him and his wife. There we go. This is my favourite horror film. Love it. We use it in our. It's on our debut album. We use it a lot.
Yeah.
It was in. Wow. Yes. Part inspiration for it. It's a great film.
I'm
seeing
guessing
it
the
about-
original, by the way, because there's been like
Yeah. Well, it's
3.
99.
Was there 1 remake?
Yeah, 1 remake in 1999.
I got 1.
Yeah, well done. Fucking hell, here we go. Vincent Price. That's
Yes.
fucking hell. I'm excited to talk about it.
Nice.
Must have seen this about 100 times. So good.
I'm so glad we're doing a Vincent Price one.
Yeah, it's
I
got to
so
be done. I
nearly
thought
picked one.
for number 5, episode number 5, let's pop in the true master of the macabre,
Yeah,
Vincent.
yeah. By the way, the Master of the Macabre segment is named after what he was described as.
Yeah.
It's not me being sexist and not picking Mistress of Macabre. You can be Master or Mistress, but it has its roots in horror. The saying Master of Macabre about Vincent Price is why it's there.
Oh, well, don't think we need to explain.
I just have.
Oh.
I can cut it out if you want.
Nah, it's fine.
Right, I think we're done. Are we done?
Yeah, I think that puts a nail in it, doesn't it?
I think we have definitely nailed the House of 1,000 Corpses.
Boom.
And, right, let's move on. Email us if you want to let us know about anything to do with the horror world at all. Requests, your own little reviews of our reviews. Email us at themadhousepodcast@outlook.com. Please, if you like the show, give us a good review. It helps us on Apple, iTunes a lot. Subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. Search for The Madhouse Podcast. Check us out on Instagram at themadhousepodcast.com. And once again, email us for a professional reading of your email at themadhousepodcast@outlook.com. We'll see you next time at The Madhouse. Who deserves the award and the hypothetical medal we send through the mail for best performance? Sir Barnaby Muff Chuggingsworth, Mayor of Little Pissington on the Wold.